I still hear all the time how the school system needs to sturdily improve, and it's no reason for them to be spinning their wheels in the same spot. And when they got something available that can get them above that, and it is a proven theory that what we have today is still working.
Well, I think that there are multiple approaches to doing anything. I think there are multiple approaches to learning, to teaching, that there are lots of different theories about education. And I guess when the day is done, at the end of the day, somebody gets a chance to evaluate these approaches, these programs, and they then can say with a certain amount of clarity that this one works well. This one doesn't seem to be working as well.
Right.
This one is what we're going to use, and we'll get back to the other one.
Now, I know you're not the superintendent of the education system, but is there anything that you can do to meet with St. Elfrida Catholic School to show the Chicago school system that there is a math program in place that truly do work? Is there anything you could do to work with them?
Yeah, I think there's probably work that can be done. It has to be decided who's going to do what, and what's the best way to approach it, and what's the best way to start it. And I'd much rather be working on something that I know has a great chance of success with the people that I'm supposed to be working with.
Right.
As opposed to perhaps it not having that much of a chance. And so that's part of risk taking, though.
Right.
And it's risk sharing. And we all have to share some risk. And we all have to take risk. And if we don't take risk, then it's kind of like saying nothing ventured, nothing gained. The greater the risk, the greater the reward.
Right.
And so I think we've just got to keep plugging along with education at the secondary level so that people will be able to go out and become those contributing members of society.
Well, I'm not going to stop, with what I'm doing, because it's something I truly believe in, and I'm just going to continue to try to work with all the school systems for those that want this information. This is certainly available to them to get it if they want it.
Have you approached the local school councils?
No, I haven't approached the local school council. Are you referring to Chicago?
In Chicago, yes. I mean, I think that would be one place to start, is to, because you have both your parents that are involved on that level, and you have your educators involved in that level. So it might be one way of really, in a very direct way, to deliver your message so people get it. And you can show the success. I'm just so inspired and excited that once you get the math, it impacts everything else. Right. And I think everyone in the state of Illinois is concerned about improving the quality of the education. But to get there, you have to get students excited about learning.
Right.
And so both have to happen concurrently. So you have come up with a formula for students to get excited about learning, which in turn will increase their demand for more information. It raises the level of expectation on their part. And so when you have both wheels churning and you have a success record here, then that's one way of getting that conversation started.
Right. Well, the only somebody I worked with was Paul Vallis, back when his 12-year-old daughter, I gave him a copy of my book to try out on his daughter to see how well she would perform. And I'm sure her grades must have improved somewhere along the line. And I didn't hear anything from that. I gave him
Can we get him on the phone?
She's
probably an adult right now and then in college.
Right.
If I was a parent and had a small child, and you were helping me develop an educational program for my child,
Yes.
what would you tell me to do about math? And each one of you, actually.
Well, one of the things I would say do is to at least get my book, because I can almost guarantee you results from this book. And it is something that is concrete, that truly works better than anything else that I know.
Oh, all right, all right.
If I was a parent with a small child, I would count on a regular daily basis how many red cars did you see parked over there, because that's color and numbers. Let's count all the cars. When we go to the shopping mall, how many people do you see in this line? Count. Because if there are 3, they can start to count and understand what they're counting. Skip count. That's multiplying.
All right, and
Work daily with them, going over numbers, reading words to them. That's an airplane, showing them the picture of an airplane. That's a number 1, showing them a number 1. That's a number 2, showing them a number 2. Constantly working with them on a daily basis of reading and working with numbers. And that will come, because both of them work together.
well, we've got to make sure that we get these arithmetic scores up.
Yes.
That we've got to improve school achievement. We'll have to do it with you all, the experts. Thank you so much. It's been a great morning.
Thank
and
you.
I'm going to learn all that I can about fractions.
Yeah.